For example, if you want to provide, if you want to protect, if you want to secure, if you want, those are all masculine energy.
Right.
And then feminine is receiving, being able to be open to it and allow it to come with flow. And that's why it's circular, understanding that and that's why there's a lot of unpredictability with feminine energy, whereas there's a knowing. And once when you know something, you could then, it's not stable because then you'll know other things and it'll open up other windows of things. Whereas masculine is just very knowledge based on experience, based on studies, based on calculations, based on a model, to follow because you want precise results. And that's the difference. But yeah, the major difference is masculine is giving, feminine is receiving. If you ever have a problem receiving gifts or compliments, then understand that you need to work on your feminine energy a bit more because, so for example, there was a time where it was hard for me to receive, and it wasn't until a friend of mine said, well, actually it makes me feel good if I can give. So you're at least doing me a favor by receiving. And I said, yeah, you're right. If somebody wants to give, allow them to give by receiving and saying thank you. Right, so that's the difference there.
All right, and I think a balance, as you were mentioning earlier as well, I think a balance of both the things will work. So I think the purpose of life or the happiness, being in bliss, lies in maintaining the balance,
yes.
The giving and receiving, both the things. I think the balance would really work. Can you discuss a little bit more on this one, how our viewers can really benefit and how they can really balance on their energies?
Yeah, absolutely. So first, I think it's to ask yourself, what are you living in more? What is your natural state? And sometimes you could guess one, but with deeper thought, it's probably the other, what I went through. And then understanding, oh my goodness, this is my natural state. This is what I'm comfortable in. I'm living in the opposite, and I have a massive balance, which will turn into physical ailment. You'll get tired. You'll lose, your energy gets drained. These are all things that you need to start focusing on. Are you less in harmony? Are you less fulfilled? That's you not being balanced. And so how do you lean into it? I want to go back to that screen that we had with the graphic, just to give you, now that we've gone a little more detail. So you have the feminine energy, and being mode is you want to be able to feel grateful and still. So meditate, get more into your body, whether it's through dancing, stretching, doing something that's physical that makes you come back into yourself, which is what you do when you're playing sport.
Right.
You're actually going into your physical being and in that state.
Yeah.
And then intuitive mind, you want to be able to rely on your gut feeling. It's okay. It's usually right. Your gut feeling, regardless, if it sounds irrational, it's perhaps, you feel like, oh, I shouldn't be making this. I'll go into intuitive in a bit. I wanted to go to this stage just to remind you that when you're in balance, you get that powerlessness, you go into manipulative mode, you're needy, you're oversensitive, codependent. So those are very key words. On the masculine side, when you're imbalanced, you're aggressive, you're confrontational, you're controlling, you're micromanaging, you are competitive, you want to control the outcome because you believe it's through action that you can just have it all and do it all, and that's it. So we can go back to that. So now intuitive. It's very important to rely on your intuition, and it's that. Okay, so what's intuition? It's that voice, or that gut feeling, or that just knowingness of something, and it may sound completely irrational.